season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. So the Arizona State Sun Devils offense will go on the attack first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well.
Oh, he's got some space.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Play action on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up 3. It's 3rd and 7. And the Sun Devils want to crank the tempo. Harris back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Washington. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. And the Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Shakes off the defender. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Trying to barrel in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Sneak gets it done.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog, coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession 1, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So LSU's offense will go to work for the first time today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not...
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Man, this guy is so so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds you, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
And that's why, as a defense, you want to set up third and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football, and they're able to make a tackle.
On fourth down, going to the air. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Harris will throw. Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Sun Devils headed quickly to the line. He's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Sun Devils will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
He's got him.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They'll throw on third and short. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Snags it on the right. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. That is brutal. An explosive play like that to be wiped out by a mistake. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Turning it on. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Leaves it with the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. He's into the open down the middle. At the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the boxes. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Harris back to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Sun Devils come to the line in the hurry-up. Now the play fake. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Switzer. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Looking to throw for it. Flips it out in the flat. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Sun Devils send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run from the shotgun. There he goes. Inside the 30. He's at the touchdown, Bayou Bengals. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. They're working that left side. Turns it on in midfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. The play action fake. Rushes on him. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And the Sun Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Harris will throw. Pressure coming. He's in open space downfield. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. You think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Oh, they're after him. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Peace. Under fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. On the run, deep down the right side. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Ripping through the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. It's complete to the right. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And they were channeling their inner Mike the Tiger. Don't you think Mike could get a big paw in there to swat that thing free the way the Bayou Bengals do?
Yeah, and when you're the secondary and you're flying up, great job understanding. The guy's already kind of slowing down a little bit, but where do I put my head? I put my head on the football, get my hand on the football. Those guys, those DBs from LSU really understanding that flying up, making the big play.
With the catch, it's Booker. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Leaves it with the back. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the yoke. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Power football with the run. Got a little space. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. The Sun Devils are in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Here comes the heat. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
It's such a nice play getting that sack. And I'll tell you, what makes it worse is the fact that he has this crowd noise behind him. Death Valley is so loud. Arguably the loudest stadium in the entire country. And I know that having played here before, you do not want to get behind the chains as an opposing quarterback with this crowd noise. It makes it so hard for your offensive line to hear the cadence and know when the snap is coming out. And you know it's helping this D-line get upfield. I think you saw an example of that on that last play.
He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Throwing right. Good round on the comeback, and he makes the catch. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He has the first and still on his feet. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Harris back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Washington. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. From the gun, the ground game. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got room to work. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Sun Devils in the hurry-up. They'll move the wide receiver. Jet sweep to the receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You want to stop the jet sweep and be successful, get some penetration right now towards those edges, right where they're running the football. Defense was ready, got him on the ground, and stopped that play before it ever got started.
Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. Oh, he's got some space. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. The Sun Devils with the 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Picks up the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. This crowd knows when to bring it. Harris will throw. Snagged out of the air. He'll be stopped short in the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And they're going to head out the lineup for a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the missed field goal, still down by 11. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Pulls it in. It's Cantrell. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. And the Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. They'll immediately call timeout.
On the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open.
Interception! A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Harris back to pass. Here's a heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Picked off. And he's dragged down after the interception. will close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Sun Devils will kick it off to start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Gets the back moving. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Handoff to the lone back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. The Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up. They give it to him again. Runs through a tackle. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. They'll run play action. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. First down, 10 yards to go. Scanning the field, it's Peace. That's caught. It's Booker. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Hand off from the shotgun. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Purple and Gold's got this running game going right now. You don't want to get overzealous here, but this is a type of talent that could do what Leonard Fournette almost did when he nearly got to 2,000 yards in a season.
And I love when commentators say, I don't want to get over myself or get overzealous and get too excited. He's having a day. Get excited. This dude's a beast.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you did
going for it all. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
I'd that's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir, no mas, get it together.
They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. He'll take a shot. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
When you get in the red area, as a quarterback, you've got to be dialed in. You've got to be really sharp, really crisp. You have to play with great timing. The field is so shrunk. Everybody's got such a little area to cover. Fitting it in tight windows is tough to do, and he failed on that play right there.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Sun Devils will hustle to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And they can't make the play on third down. The Sun Devils decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Here's the pressure. Grab near the marker. It's Cantrell. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Past the 45. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run it from the gun. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. And this offense went right back to the well, and this time the defense made sure it ran dry.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Pocket breaking down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Finds us back in the middle. Turning it on. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Gets it out quickly. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Under fire. Touchdown LSU. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun to give, looking for room. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who start through the first 3 periods. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Harris will throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
Bringing the heat. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity because they've got beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Caught behind the line. It's Booker. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended.
After that amazing performance in Week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Harris back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man on the right.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
3rd down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. He's looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Thomas. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buck.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He's brought down at the 41-yard line to pick up a 5 and enough for a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, running back on the move. Powers forward but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked